Did you have income? Is that income? Yes. And it's taxable. And you better put it on your tax return and report it, or you're going to jail. Now, if we're going to have an income tax-based system, we have to have a government that knows everything about you. What you do, where you go, what you do, how you do it, who you do it with, the extent to which you gain from your activities with individuals. This is what is needed to know by the government in order to enforce an income tax. The Internal Revenue Service screws itself into the ground every single year, coming up with new ways to track the economic activity of the citizens of this country. We are to the point now where there's billions, with a B, billions of information returns, W-2s, 1099s, that are filed with the federal government every year. And every single year that goes by, the IRS comes up with new ways to create more reporting requirements that Congress passes into law that are then heaped on the backs of businesses and third parties so that you have to report every single transaction with every single person you're ever engaged in. Because otherwise you can't tax the base. You can't tax the base unless you know everything. The IRS has got trillions of bits of information that are flowing in to the system every year, and they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars with private contractors developing computers to sort this stuff out, to categorize it, to analyze it, to evaluate it, to take action based on it. They are working on systems that will give them on-time access to every private and public database in the country, specifically so they know what you're doing, when you're doing it, who you're doing it with, and how you're doing it. That's the only way to enforce an income tax system, friends. In addition to that, we've got compliance obligations that are heaped on individuals. You've got the responsibility to make and keep records, to file the tax returns, to pay the taxes, and when you don't pay the taxes, you are a victim of tax enforcement. That means wage levies, bank levies, property seizures, and tax liens. And every single year, the IRS issues millions of wage levies and tax liens and hundreds of thousands of property seizures, depending on the situation. But these hundreds of thousands, I say millions of people, are suffering the invasiveness in the form of enforced tax collection. Enforced tax collection is a serious burden, and we have to have a system that does not rely on, or does not have to resort to, I should say, doesn't have to resort to enforced collection with wage levies, bank levies, property seizures, and tax liens in order to collect the revenue. All right?